breath work has always been useful from when I had it here, and I figured this was a good level to go, next level practice. Just being able to share in an intimate, small group is something that's really different for me.
From what?
Talking to AI.
Oh, we get it.
And my dog. And there's a lot of interaction at Russian House, but it's different. So this is the first. I mean, maybe this is a constant for you guys, but not for me. And openness is something that I've learned at Russian House and really started to practice. So two of the hardest things were the unexpected exercise we did last night.
With talking.
Talking to people. Because I do that a lot externally to computers. I guess I talk to computers in many ways. At computers or to computers. So that was very powerful. And then being vulnerable in the most open way possible. And then screaming like an animal outside. That was really hard. But then trying to figure out like why that was hard, and like working backwards to like why as soon as you said it I had a full body like reaction of no. And trying to like figure out where exactly that came from. So I guess context, breath practice, better connection with myself, which should lead to better connection with others in my family.
Only with a family?
Well, with others in general.
The world.
The world in large, but specifically to the people that I talk to. Yeah, so I'm very happy I was here and was allowed to come and participate in this, and I should thank you all for your space and sharing yourselves.
And it was like getting a gift, and in a very unpredictable way, because usually you go for a workshop, your aspirations are to rest, to kind of put all the things aside and to reset yourself, but not receive gifts. And I suddenly received gifts, like in a very material sense of the word.
То есть ты загрузила машину, видимо, по полной теперь, да?
And I, yeah, in a material sense of the word, sense of the word that I am afraid that I will not be able to transfer it to something deeper. And it was very empowering. Like all the breathing sessions were fantastically empowering. I remember I kind of know more what I want to do.
I started to shift towards.
Started?
So it took me some time to switch to the seminar mode. I guess because I came from a shift from the San Francisco hustle, and it took me a while. So I was like really close in the beginning, and I was sure that I want to come to this retreat. But when we started the opening, so I felt shit. Yeah, now I have to do these awful practices that I don't like.
You did not share that with us.
And then getting used to like people I don't know, like interesting. Like when I spent more time in Russian house, I almost like was comfortable all the time with interacting with people. And after this break in Russia and now with San Francisco, I found that it's again hard to me to do the open conversation. And I guess that first initial like couple days, but what I remember is do the practice. and I did, maybe not successfully, and I guess only like last evening when we did primal therapy was kind of a shift for me, and I felt very thankful to Tatiana that she continues these practices and like spends a lot of attention with each one, and so I shifted. So it's important, and started to open. And but today I also remembered like to have this intention with the breath work. Unfortunately, I'm not often successful with breath work, but I tried today, and interesting how Sorok changed my sickness immediately, like improved my condition, like something that I imagined in the process was simple but so powerful, something, this little stuff that opens a deeper layer. And so some of the practices, like I like the combinations usually in a retreat that Tatiana does, so it's non-stop, and that's why I actually came. So like it's maybe for just the breath work, it's hard for me to shift back, but I know that if it's like to continue a couple of days and with the practices, it changed the condition, and the condition changed again for more importance on the internal search than like running around with the external stuff that I try to do in San Francisco, and that feels like important and valuable. Yep, and I guess I'm living with this feeling of more vulnerable and sincere, and willing to search.
I meet a lot of parts of myself during this retreat. It was some like surprising things, like I don't know, Paul was my mother, my father at the same time on one day, and it gives me a lot of emotions. And I completely clear face my parents' problem, but still not solved. And I know this in my mind, but like I now feel it much more deeply. That I'm living with a feeling that I will deal with the problem. I can still say that I don't have completely no fears about this. So.
То, что нет, то и не рассказывай.
So, я, наверное, закончу семинар в состоянии немного взволнованности и, предвкушения. I don't know English word.
Anticipation?
Something like that, yeah.